Hello, everybody. This is Eric, your host of the Paranormal Highway. Today, we're talking, can we use videos as evidence anymore? I know right now you're thinking, what am I doing? Where's my hand up there? Because I'm seeing something. I don't know what it is. Whoa. Well, look at this. I think it's the head of BB-8. I think it's an actual UFO. I think I should, take pictures of this that I've seen this flying in the sky as evidence that aliens exist. I think this is a real UFO, even though it looks like BB-8's head. I just pointed it and it came to my hand. So, guys, get ready because we are going to have this discussion. Can we use UFOs evidence, UFO videos or pictures as evidence anymore? Can we? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today in the Paranormal Highway. So get ready. Strap on, get your coffee, get your popcorn, whatever you got to do, because after the intro, we're going to get right into it. And put in your vote right now. Can we use UFO videos or pictures as evidence anymore? So I'll see you after the intro.
Using the power of machine learning, SETI researchers have discovered 8 new possible alien radio signals hidden inside an old data set of radio observations. These signals came from 5 different stars, all within 90 light-years of Earth. All of them were narrowband signals, which are rarely produced by natural sources. One of them came from a G-type star, just like our own sun. Another one mysteriously stopped and reappeared 3 days later. It remains to be seen what these signals truly entail, but this new machine learning approach could radically accelerate the search for alien intelligence, seeing what humans cannot. This breakthrough suggests that the question of are we alone may not be answered by us humans, but by our machines.
All right, the intro that I played is, are we going to be using AI to help us to define a real UFO video or picture anymore? I mean, it's a serious question. Can we use videos or pictures anymore? I'm not talking about what's already been taken. I'm talking about going forward, because the amount of stuff that's in the skies, I mean, airplanes, all the satellites, space stations. Can we anymore? I mean, with all the technology of the drones and how people take their cameras and they're able to speed it up, can we use it as proof anymore? You can put in your vote right now, and I'm looking at the votes right now. Can we is a simple vote. It's a yes or no. There is no maybe. It's a yes or no. Can we use UFO videos as evidence anymore? 37% says yes, and 63% says no. Now, there's no right or wrong answer for anybody. There's no right or wrong. You if you think you still can, that's fantastic. But I ask myself, can we? Because when you start looking at all the UFO panels, right? You watch all the panels and they keep showing the footages, sometimes the same footage, a new footage. And you start thinking to yourself, does it really even matter? I mean, even if one of the panels, they say, this one right here, look at that one. We can't identify what that is. Does that change anything for you? I mean, like, okay, the government's admitting that they don't recognize, they don't know what it is, but is that still even evidence of what we want the UFOs to be? I'm not talking about UFOs that's from this planet. You know what I mean, guys? Come on. We're talking about UFOs from another space, from another planet. So, seeing things flying around the sky, even if the government comes out and say, hey, Eric, we don't know what that is. Okay. Is that a win for us? Or is it like, okay, they don't know what it is? It still doesn't give us a step closer. So tell me in the chat what you guys think. Like, what do we really need to actually tell us that this is actually real proof that we can use that there is life on another planet. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see here. Cosmic neighbors, Rod. It would be easier if everyone who records a UFO provide the raw files instead of 4-second clips. And that's a good point too. Like here example. I went to search on YouTube. I search by videos out this week and all that. Oh, um before I start, Mind Fork was there this morning too. I actually woke up for whatever reason at 2:30 in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. And when I'm up in the morning, I got to tell you guys something right now. If you guys ever get a chance, and I'm going to put this show today that I was up and I watched. It's from Alien Girl 111. And I'm going to put this link to the show from today. This was a fantastic show that I watched this morning. They talked about Tom DeLonge. They talked about a lot of great things. It was a great conversation. And if you guys get a chance, you guys should watch the video, watch our show, because regardless if you back her in some videos, you don't back her in some videos, you think some things are real, it doesn't matter. Alien Girl 101 has very strong passion, what she likes, what she believes in. She's very passionate in the community, and she's one of the good ones. I mean, she is very passionate. That's all you can ask for, right? It doesn't matter about disagreeing or agreeing. It's about seeing somebody who's passionate. So you guys get a chance. I put the link in there. She's very passionate. I really enjoyed the conversation about Tom DeLonge. I mean, because Tom DeLonge is a conversation that it can go so many different ways. There's so many people who are on the fence with Tom DeLonge, who's not. But it was a great conversation, and I appreciate it so much. And I love watching channels that are passion. That it's their passion. You're not always going to agree with somebody. I guarantee a lot of you ain't going to agree with me on everything and stuff. That's fine. But when you see somebody who's passionate, there's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that. So get a chance, watch that. But now there's a video supposed to be a UFO that I put in YouTube that came out this week. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you. I've never seen this video before. It says mysterious UFO flying above Namib desert. This could be old. I've never seen this. I put videos on the UFO that came out in this week. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. There's no sound. It's saying they're spotting a UFO. Now you'll see in the top right, you'll see a dot, and it's going to move closer. You see the dot moving. This video is only a minute long. See right there? You see it moving. And they're calling it a UFO. I mean, I guess if you don't know what it is, it is. This is what the majority of the UFO videos that you'll find. Is that a meteorite? I mean, it looks like a meteorite to me. I mean, I'm not a meteorite expert. Maybe Ron can tell what that is. But this is what I mean. A lot of the UFO videos are like that. You can't use that for evidence. Yes, you don't know what it is exactly, but you know what I mean? It's not you can't sit there and say, "Oh, that's a you know, you know what I mean?" Here's another channel, Meteor SpaceX. And that's what I mean. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Mindfork it's hard to sit there anymore. Like, listen, I don't remember about 3 weeks ago, I took a picture of 2 airplanes. And on camera, it looked like 2 lights. And when I expanded the picture, I should have got it for this example. It doesn't even look like airplanes, but they were. So using something to say this is your proof, it's almost impossible nowadays. I mean, it's truly almost impossible nowadays. And let me I'm trying to get rid of some tabs. As soon as I show something, I hit a tab. And again, I'm taking all this to heart because I am working, you know, remember guys, by you, not by me, by you, you guys voted me to try to help represent the UFO community. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out exactly, how to represent the UFO community. I have went out and tried to make contact with the representative Tim. I actually contacted their office and say, "Hey Tim, you were on the last UFO panel." I mean, I didn't actually talk to Tim. You only get through like their secretaries or whatever. Of course, they said Tim will get back to me if I'm the type of channel that he will go on to. So I try to get Tim on. So far, no luck. No luck. So, I tried to get Jeremy Corbell on. So I contacted their group. Their group actually looked at the size of the channel and they looked at how many views average. And they said for him to come on my channel, for his time, I would have to pay $5,000 for 30 minutes with Jeremy Corbell. $5,000 to talk to Jeremy Corbell on my channel. Seriously, $5,000. If I want it for an hour, it's going to cost me $10,000. I just sit there and like, wow. People who really want the truth to be out there, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. I guess you got to pay for the truth, right? Have you talked to no, not yet. Not yet. Is there luck with that one? Is there luck to talk to Bassett? No, I have not talked to that person. And of course, the Bob Lazar emails, voice messages to their group. Never got a you can see here my vote right there. I won by 71%. I want to thank you guys for putting that vote for me. No. So I'm trying. He will totally do it. He would? All right. Thank you so much, Mindfork. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna try to get a contact with that person. Because listen, I just want them to explain to us to help us understand certain footages on why it is important to us. That's all we want, right? Footages that are important to us because we just want. I only get free beer to come on. You mean that's it? I don't have to pay you $5,000? Listen, I understand people got to make money. I understand that. I truly do understand that people got to make money. But I mean, $5,000, really? So does that mean? Listen, there's some channels out there, I mean, I don't make no money. If they get Jeremy Corbell on, and they couldn't afford $5,000-$10,000, then it makes you think like, is there a connection there? Why do I have to pay and somebody else doesn't? But here's another good friend of the channel. I'm going to share the screen. Only Real UFOs. Never has a problem if I show any of his footage. Let's look at one of his UFO videos. Let's just look at one of them. Here, let's look at daytime UFO over Greenpoint, New York. Here, let's bring that one up. Let's take a look. Let's see. There we go.
What is that? Hold on, let me get a better angle.
Okay, hold on.
Gotta zoom out just a little bit.
Let's
There
see.
it is, right in the fucking dead middle.
Okay. All right. I mean, here we go. How about this one right here?
Damn it, I can't get it good.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. I mean, and trust me, his videos all get over 1,000 views, and good for him. Listen, he's a friend of the channel. You know, he's just putting out videos that other people are capturing on UFOs and putting it out there, and let you decide. But I mean, this is what most of the UFO videos are. I mean, can we actually use that as UFOs to put claims? And what I do like what he does is he does use this color to try to make the odd color out, like trying to. So I do appreciate that only real UFOs does this to every video. Okay, so watch. Okay, so you got that one right. Let's pick another one out. Here, let's look for here. This one's got here. This one's got 75,000 views. Here. Let's take a look. Okay, there it is. I mean, look at that one. That one's got 75,000 views. I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm thinking that's just probably a satellite in space station. I mean, there it is. Here, I like when he changes colors. Oh, he did it on this one. He didn't change colors on this one. Okay, you can see it on the left. Here, let me go right there. I mean, 75,000 people clicked on that. You know, if you guys ever get a chance, if you guys ever get a chance, you guys need to go over to Cosmic Neighbors channel, Ron. And I do have a YouTube link with Ron, but I'm using that video for another story that I'm going to come up with for a second. But Cosmic Neighbors, you know, he does shows on satellites and space stations up there. You know, Ron will tell you that they're launching like 70 more before the year's over with satellites. So what I'm getting at is it's harder than ever. Listen, the truth is out there. I'm a believer in aliens. I believe in life on other planets. But what I'm getting at is anything like this anymore. I mean, can we use that as evidence? Let's see here. We go to his videos. Can I do okay? Here we go. Popular. All right. So let's go to popular ones. This one got 1.4 million views. Let's take a look at this one.
Mira, esto es como un extraterrestre, algo así.
Look at that. Look at that. That one got 1.4 million views. Now that one's been up for 3 years, so it not right. I don't know how fast it got 1.4 million views, but see that image right there? That is almost the exact same image that I showed everybody. No, hold on a second. I think I have it on my community bar. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think I have it on my community bar. Let me go to my community bar. I think I have what I wanted to do an example of. Hold on. I'm trying to scroll down. I'm going fast as I can. It wasn't so long ago, but I could have sworn. Oh, okay. All right. Let me go here. Let me take this off. I need to find a real picture because I can't zoom in. Let me see here. Can I zoom in? All right. I got to find the actual picture that I took. But if I took this picture right here, guys, and I zoomed in all the way, how that blur is, and I go back to and let me go back to the other tab right here. I'm not going to waste my time to find a picture. When I zoom in, my picture looks just like that, and they're airplanes. So that's what I mean. It's especially what kind of cameras you have. So when you do your camera, it's airplanes will look like that depending on your camera, if you're using your phones. So you got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. You got to be careful because like that one took, that one got 1.4 million views. Now, of course, my picture only got 15 likes. so how do some videos get big? I don't know. But that's my point. 1.4 million view off of that. But you can't use that for evidence. I mean, I don't think you can. Let's go back to, like I said, he's a friend of my channel. He doesn't mind me playing his videos. So let's go into another video. Here's one that's 904 views, close to 1 million. Again, this is 3 years ago. Let's take a look. Okay, I see the black dot. Or I think it's a black dot. All right. So that one is closer to 1 million view. Could we use that as proof? You get what I'm saying? This is his second most popular video on his channel, which is a good channel because he just takes it, puts it out there, and he lets you make a decision. He doesn't talk on his videos. He just shows it, and it makes it up to you. But can we use that as evidence? I don't know. I don't think we can. I don't know. Let's check out the voting real quick. Out of 30 votes, it's tied 50-50. 50 says yes, 50 says no. Wow. All right. All right. So we're tied right now, 50-50. That's awesome. So half of you think that you can use pictures or videos as evidence. And then, like I said, the thing is, there's thousands and millions of videos. It's hard to, Now I've always said this in the past. It only takes one video or one picture to be real to make it exist. It only takes one. Even if you have 10 million, you only need one to be real. Say it's real. Now I want to ask you guys something here. And I know I'm probably gonna take some backlash on this. I know I'm gonna take some backlash on this, and then I don't mind. Being a ufologist, or somebody who's really into, I don't even really like the word ufologist because it makes it sound like you're part of a group that people say, yeah, you're the real ufologist. You're not. I don't like titles too much. But sometimes ufologists, when they see something in the sky, they take their laser and they shine it in the sky. Should they be doing that, people? And I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. Should they be taking a laser light and shining it in the sky? Because they're hoping that they'll get a response from the mothership, right? Or whatever the ship is. Should they be doing that? Personally, for me, I don't think they should be doing that. And I'm going to show you why I don't think people should be taking lasers and pointing it up. And I know this is unpopular. Well, Eric, they're trying to get a response, but they can be hurt. Here, I'll just show you the video. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm not trying to put anybody down who's doing lasers, but just watch this video. It's only a minute and 29 seconds.
Happened Monday night, a sharp blue laser lighting up the cockpit of a CHP plane near Napa County Airport.
I'm still having residual effects with my left eye. I can feel that something has happened.
Pilot Jan Sears was on autopilot and quickly put on his protective eyeglasses, then directed ground officers to the suspect, who was soon taken into custody at gunpoint.
This is my first encounter with a blue spectrum laser. It's the worst kind.
And of course, I'm playing the rest of the video. And of course, pilots are going to say no. But I think as us, we should be telling people to stop doing that. I don't care if you're a hardcore ufologist or not, and you're trying to get a response, because you don't know exactly what that is. It's a UFO for a reason, unidentified flying objects, and you're putting somebody's life. I know you're thinking, oh, it's just a laser, Eric. It's just a laser. Imagine you're on a helicopter, you're on a plane. You know, only takes seconds for accidents to happen. Only takes seconds. But I honestly, really, truly believe it's our responsibility to start telling, if you see ufologists having a video doing that, you got to tell them to stop, because it could be you or your family in that plane. Watch the rest of this.
That you can get involved with.
Laser attacks on police, military, civilian, and commercial aircraft have been a problem for years.
Since all aircraft unauthorized laser event.
The risk, pilots could be blinded mid-flight, even suffer permanent eye damage.
He's hitting us with the laser right now.
In January, a sheriff's helicopter was lit up as an investigator reports that commercial planes were being targeted at Sarasota Bradenton Airport. That suspect also arrested. Preliminary data from the FAA shows 6,200 laser strikes on aircraft in 2019, 550 more than in 2018. Tonight, Christopher Larson is out on bail in California, charged with 2 felonies, facing up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
Hey, NBC News fans.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not trying to sound like a downer. I'm truly not trying to sound like a downer. Like, well, Eric, we're just trying to get response from the UFO, because they could be talking to us back with the laser. Yeah, but what if you're lasering a plane and maybe a passenger sees you and they're lasering back to you? Maybe it's not really a mothership that you're doing. I'm just saying that we got to be smart. I know we want the truth. We all want to sit there and say, we actually talk. Look at the response. We got to stop that, people. I'm serious, because it could be you or your family members or anybody on a plane. You could damage somebody's eye because you don't know exactly what that is. Well, Eric, I checked my app, and there's no airplanes that's supposed to be there. Really? There's no emergency planes that have to go a certain way, have to fly a certain way because another path or time change. These apps aren't like dramatically updated. I also learned that when people say they're using information off apps, 60% of apps are not accurate. 60% of apps not accurate. So what I'm saying is, you got to be careful. It's not, I know we think it's funny and everybody does that, oh, look, they're talking. Dude, you don't know what that is. All because you're calling yourself a ufologist. That's dangerous. You got to stop that. I'm sorry, and that's not a popular saying, but you got to stop that. I took a laser in the eye once, and let me tell you, it felt like I had a small rocks in my eye for a week. And imagine that. You're a pilot. It could be a helicopter, and you're getting shine like that. So say there's two. I'm serious. Say there's two helicopters up there. I don't know. They're news channels. They're chasing down a murder or something, and you shine in one of their eyes because you think it's a UFO, and they hit the other helicopter. How crazy that sounds, it could happen. So I don't know if I would want to follow those type of people, those kind of ufologists that aren't respecting the sky. I know we want the truth, but I don't know. But I know there's people who claims that they talk to him that way. I don't know. But hey guys, Fox News. We know Fox News tells the truth, right? We all know, every one of us knows that Fox News tells the truth. They never had to pay the fine before. You know those little aliens that hangs out in Mexico, those two aliens. I never knew this part of the story. I never heard of it. I guess this came out over a month ago, 2 months ago. It came through Fox News. So, for the grain of salt, let's have some fun. Let's check this out.
Mexican aliens, there's been a major development. Trace Gallagher, anchor of Fox News at Night, has the latest. Trace.
Jesse, these
three-finger aliens is pregnant. So here we're trying to discover if they're real in the first place. If they're real in the first place. And if they are real, it's pregnant. It's pregnant. Maybe that's old news. I didn't know. I didn't know they were considered pregnant. Just finish this. Hey, Fox News. They always tell us the truth. Let's check it out.
Two mummified bodies are called Clara and Mauricio, and some Mexican doctors say all the evidence points to them being from a different world. The bodies were unearthed in Peru back in 2017 and have been studied by numerous doctors and UFO experts. But
and remember, in Peru, we're having that UFO battle, the alien battle. Remember, they're fighting down there. They're fighting aliens. So we got to be careful. They're fighting down there. So, hey guys, I think instead of sending $100 billion to the UK and Israel stuff, I think we should be sending our $100 billion to our super soldiers, because we're fighting aliens right now in Peru. That's where our money should be going.
Mexican doctor named Jose Zalce Benitez says, quoting here, "I can confirm that these bodies have no relation to human beings." Now, Dr. Benitez went on to say these bodies were not.
Well, first of all, let's be honest here. Say that's made of all toilet paper. Say technically it's all made of toilet paper. Well, yeah, of course there's going to be no relations to a human because it's toilet paper. Until that toilet paper is between your butt cheeks, getting DNA on it, it's not human. Toilet paper is not human. So, of course, that's an easy one to say.
Assembled or manipulated, and that one of the bodies was actually gestating, possibly even carrying eggs at the time of death. And he believes that each of the bodies is made of a single skeleton. Now, that's important because a lot of other scientists and experts, including some from the U.S., believe the Mexican doctors and the UFO enthusiasts are wrong, and that the bodies are made up of a combination of human and animal parts. And they also say that testing proves that some of the mummified parts didn't even die at the same time. Both sides agree the bodies were not recovered from some UFO crash site. In fact, the Mexican researchers say they were found in algae mines and subsequently became fossilized. But this whole back and forth is coming at a very unique...
Sorry, I like this. Just because a lizard swallows some eggs, don't make them pregnant. You know what, Danny? That's an awesome saying. I never thought about that. All because a lizard swallows some eggs don't make them pregnant. I never thought it in that way. That's awesome. I love that. That's awesome. Amazing. I was amazed of all the activity in the sky the very first time I recorded the sky an entire night. We can't find something if we don't look. That is true. That is true. You got to look.
Time where a list of countries are trying to lift the veil on the history of unidentified phenomena. And the last thing UFO experts want is to get caught up in phony information. We should note that Mexican politicians are considering passing a law that would make Mexico the first country in the world to acknowledge the presence of aliens on the planet. And many of those Mexican lawmakers found that Clara and Mauricio.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I didn't hear this part. Hold on. I got to go back. What? Vote for what?
That would make Mexico the first country in the world to acknowledge the presence of aliens on the
Mexico in the world. So they want to be the first country to have a piece of paper to say they're the first ones to say aliens are real. A piece of paper. Amazing. Amazing how powerful a piece of paper is. Dude, here. Hold on, Mexico. Hold on. Here. I got an envelope right here. I got a little notepad. Mexico, I'm gonna write on here that you are the first country. Since I'm the representation for the whole UFO community, I was voted for by the people from the UFO community to represent them. So as representing the UFO community, I will personally write Mexico a letter saying it's all right that they will be the first country to recognize that aliens exist. And I'll make sure I sign it and everything. And I'll send it to Danny Stanton so he can put a stamp of approval. So Mexico, aliens are real, and you are the first. Okay, so I'll have Danny stamp it. Then I'm going to send this to Ron, Cosmic Neighbors, so he can analyze. I want Ron, Cosmic Neighbors, to analyze the letter to prove that this letter did come from me, who was voted by the UFO community to represent them, to give an actual paper to them to say they are the first. All right. So we'll have several people to clarify that this letter actually really truly came from me and it wasn't from some crack person somewhere else. All right. So Cosmic Neighbors, you're going to have to verify that the writing is from me. And then we will let Mexico know that I am making them the official country to say aliens are real.
The planet, and many of those Mexican lawmakers found that Clara and Mauricio, the mummified bodies, were very compelling evidence. Jesse.
Clara and Mauricio. That has quite the ring to it. What do you have on the show tonight?
And so since it's Mexico, I recommend this stamp. All right. Hey, you're stamping it. And then Ron's going to verify to make sure. Oh, get a notary, Eric. Yes. If I get a notary on that stamp, then it's official. It's official. We're going to do this. And guys, also, this is November. I'm going to be doing a special show this month of putting my name back in the hat as running for president. Yes, I will be running for president of the United States of America again. I will do another special show of filling out the paperwork on live, put the stamp on, sending it in to represent you guys running for president. I will be doing a special show on that this year. All right, let's move on. And first of all, I'm going to be showing you this next video, but I need to know, Ron, Cosmic Neighbors, are you still in the chat? Is Ron, Cosmic Neighbors, still in the chat? because this is important that Ron's in this chat right here. Yes. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys a news video. About the Pentagon. Hold on a second. Let me give you the extra title. The Pentagon unveils new way to report UFO sightings. So this is a news channel that's going to be talking about this, but I want you guys to know. I'm going to give me a second. I'm going to put this link. I'm going to put this link in the chat because Ron from Cosmic Neighbors did a breakdown of the U.S. government UFO website is live. So after my show, go to his channel if you want to get more in depth on U.S. government UFO website. But what I'm going to show you is a news channel covering the U.S. government UFO website. Okay, so make sure after the show, if you want to learn more about the government website, Ron does it more in depth, and Ron does a great job. I think this video is only 16 minutes long. It's only 16 minutes long. So this is the news coverage of this new UFO website.
The Pentagon has figured out a way to finally solve the alien UFO question once and for all. They're going to do it. And today, in order to help solve the problem, they announced a new website. And we looked up the website. It's up and running, although we couldn't see if it's working because, quote, this form is to be used for official business with the Department of Defense. Knowing and willfully false reporting can be punished by fine or imprisonment. And since we don't know anything about UFOs...
That's kind of, hold on. That's kind of funny right there. You could be fined or punished. So who's got the power to say he's telling the truth, you're lying?
We don't want to go to jail. We didn't submit anything to see if the website works, but at least on first blush, it appears to be working better than the Obamacare website.
Wow. Guys, hear that? This website is working better than the Obama website when he launched the insurance stuff. So we're off on a great start on the new website. Great start.
It comes in response to News Nation reporting from a UFO whistleblower who said there are secret government programs to retrieve alien crashed vehicles and that the government has aliens.
Aliens and vehicles. Aliens and vehicles. So guys, we're off on a great start on this new website.
Cuomo's been doing a lot of reporting on this. Really? Like, it's sort of like almost insulting for them to just say, hey, here's a website, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, isn't he the guy? His brother, Kovo, is the one, and his brother was the one who was a governor in New York, and he got busted for being a fraud. And his brother backs him up, and his brother was with him on a lot of the stuff. So it's kind of funny, right? We're talking about this Pentagon website, and you're talking to a guy who has a known brother's governor who turned out to be a fraud. Hold on, some information. Ron says, but it's only for current and former government contractors. They are not accepting reports from the public for now. But Ron, the news channel, they said they sound like it was. You're saying this news channel got it wrong already? Ron, the news channel was on the internet. It's on the news. They can't be wrong. Shoot, like Koval's brother, the ex-governor of New York. He's a good man. They didn't falsify nothing.
It is such a typical kind of doing the minimum. For me, this isn't about, look, it's good that people have a form they can fill out, whatever. It's about transparency. What do you know? If there's nothing to know, then tell at least the elected representatives of the American people why that's the case. But this, to me...
Tell the local representative? You mean if I call them, they're going to take my call? and they're gonna listen to me? Is that what you're telling me, Kovo? That they're gonna listen to me, take it to the local representative? Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna love me knocking on their door. They probably call their security person right away and say, "Get this guy out of here. This guy's a whack job."
It's a story not about little green men. It's about transparency, and the government.
It was never about green men, people. It's about transparency. Now, Kovo's kind of prejudiced right there. He is prejudiced. Why are the aliens only be green men? Why can't the aliens be gray or black or blue? Why is he calling the alien green? That's kind of prejudice right there. He should say he should have been more political correct, like his brother Kovo from New York, the governor, that all color aliens. She said like it's all about color aliens, transparency. I don't know. That's kind of being prejudiced right there. Green aliens.
Government making decisions that they don't have to let the people who put them in power know what they're doing with their power.
There's a lot of members of Congress who do not get access to the most secretive government programs, right?
They don't? So, hold on a second. Hold on. Alien lives does matter, huh? I agree. Kovo is saying green aliens. What about the black ones, the blue ones, the purple ones? I don't know. Hold on. I got to go back a little bit. I got to go back to this one. Hold on.
That they don't have to let the people who put them in power know what they're doing with their power.
So they don't have to tell us who put them in power about the power. So guys, that's great, right? So we vote somebody in with our power, but they don't have to tell us, even though we voted them in to represent us for the truth. They don't have to tell us. This is great. Because guys, the reason this is great, because I'm going to be running for president for you guys to know that you guys can put me in power, but I don't have to share things back with you. Woo! Man, I was afraid that I have to leak everything. I don't have to leak everything according to them.
There's a lot of members of Congress who do not get access to the most secretive government programs, right?
That's funny, right? That statement is such a true statement because it was like that Arrow guy, right? The head of Arrow, when he said that he doesn't even have access to all the files. Then why does the hell Arrow even exist if they can't access all the files? It's like such a donkey. It's like we live in this donkey show that you can't make this crap up. No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be visited one day by Obi-Wan and Ben Kenobi. I don't know why. Oh, look, it's Obi-Wan and Ben. So Obi-Wan and Ben Kenobi. Can we trust Kobe? Can we trust these people on the news? Are they trustful to us?
No, they are not. They are here for one reason: to defuse you, to make the UFO community look bad. Bad you are. You're all a bunch of idiots.
Really, Yoda? We're idiots? Are you serious, Yoda? I mean, can you at least tell us, have we been visited by aliens, Yoda?
Visited you have. You've all been anal probe.
Oh, thank you, Obi-Wan. Thank you, Yoda. Thank you so much. Wow, that's awesome to be visited by Yoda. His great wisdom. God, great to have him come by.
Yes, I will be back.
All right, he'll be back. Let's continue.
What they call the Gang of Eight, which is the House Speaker, Minority Leader, same on the Senate side, and the chairs of the Intel committees. There's all these different ways. And what I'm wondering is we've never heard from one of those people saying things are being covered up. And what I'm wondering is what gives the right of all of these other elected representatives, who you and I both know leak like sieves because we get leaks from them all the time, to know things that may be...
Hold on, I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm serious. I'm confused because earlier he said that they don't get all the files, but now they're leaking things. How do you leak things when you didn't even get through all the files? I mean, I don't get it. How is that possible?
It's because they use the Force. It's a mind trick. Yes, it is. It's a mind trick.
Thank you, Yoda. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you letting me know that it's a mind trick. That's what's going on. They're playing mind tricks on us.
In the interest of the United States, for our enemies not to know.
I'm with you on it. And, you know, what bothers me even more is when I was watching those hearings and you see who the players are and, more importantly, who they're not. What bothers me is that the people in power don't believe there's any advantage in this issue. It's not that they only care about what they can use against the other side and to shore up their own side. And unless one party can prove that the other party's full of aliens, they don't want anything to do with this issue because they see no advantage. So they just ignore it. They just ignore it.
I guess I don't see that they ignore it. I see that perhaps that, you know, if the speaker at the time or others had been told, hey, look, there may be a top secret program that involves either these are U.S. government crafts or they're Chinese or Russian or whatever they are. Therefore, they know, and they also know about weapons programs that the rest of the House doesn't know about. I go on. What I can't figure out, though, is like the way the DOD is handling this, right? They have this website where if you are a member of the U.S. government or have a security clearance or part of the defense, you know, contracting groups, you can submit very sensitive information online. Of all things,
right?
Don't they realize the internet is not secure? Like, it just boggles my mind.
But we just learned from Cosmic Neighbors that the public can't access stuff online with it. So what I'm trying to like I said, guys, I put the link to Cosmic Neighbors here. Let me share the screen again to Cosmic Neighbors. Here, let me just show you guys
retired personnel. Okay, so again, I'm going to skip that. Let's get over.
See, he goes through
talk,
everything on
even
here.
if they have an NDA, so it shouldn't be holding back certain people. However, other than authorized disclosures made to Aero, individuals are required to abide to their lifetime commitment to safeguard classified national security information and expected to continue protect.
Ah. Yep.
I like Ron. Ron, truth he is. Ron don't need to use the mind trick because Ron is pure, 100% pure truth. He's honest. Yes, he is. So don't believe Kovo. Don't believe Fox News. Bad they are. Ron is the one we trust.
Thanks, Yoda. Thank you for letting me know that I could trust Ron. Whew, thank God. So, guys, seriously, let me put this link back in there, and you'll learn more about the website through him than anybody. You just heard from Yoda that we can trust Ron. Because Ron doesn't need to use mind tricks on people, because Ron is just telling you exactly how the website works through the words that's coming from them, the language. Ron's not making up the language. Ron is repeating and reading the language that is coming from there. Now, will the website be a game changer? I guess that's something we don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, and guys, you just, you know, at the end of the day, we just got to be careful because there's a lot of bad people out there. You know, a lot of bad people, you know, like, look, whoa, look at these bad people right here. We got the Sith Lord, and we got Anakin that becomes Darth Vader. So we got a lot of bad people out there. Got to be careful. So again, go back to the question. What do we need anymore to find the truth? Because I personally, hold on, there's 43 votes so far 60% says we can believe. 60% says yes, we can believe UFO videos, and 40% says no. Listen, believing in something is up to you guys. You know, can this website be the thing that's going to be a game changer? I don't know. So like I said, if you want to try to get closer to what the website's supposed to do, visit Ron's channel, check out his whole thing. Because listen, I hope this website could be a game changer. I mean, all of us just wants the truth. All of us want some kind of evidence. And again, I'm not here to tell you guys that UFO, can we use UFO videos as evidence? I guess every video, you got to take it by case. You got to break it down. I mean, it's hard to do, right? Because you would actually need raw data. Whoever took the video of the 5-second video, 10-second, 30-second video, that. And then whoever you give that raw data to, just to make sure that video has not been alternated. Because if you make a color change or anything, even though you make a color change or an enhancement to a video or picture, the data will tell you that. The data would tell you if somebody has enhanced a video or anything. But again, you also have to trust the person you're sending the data to be honest themselves. So that's all I'm getting at. So if there's anything we learned today is, I hope we learned that the aliens in Mexico were pregnant. That's good information to know that they're pregnant. And we do know that you could trust Fox News about that, because they never been fined before or got busted for lying or making up. No, they have never, And of course, we saw Kovo do the argument in the last video, which he was part of his brother that got busted for lying, for being corrupted. It's like everybody's corrupted, So, and you saw in that news channel that this guy,
maybe the only,
he got it wrong. Oh, there's a little bit more left. Oh, let's hear a little bit more.
The only way we find out is if somebody hacks it.
So the only way we're able to find the truth is if somebody hacks the website. There we go. We got to hack the website. So guys, if you want the truth, you heard it from Kovo himself. The only way you're going to get the truth is somebody has to hack the website. I want to hear that again. Oh, hold on. Let's hear that again. Let's go back a few seconds.
Not secure. It just boggles my mind.
Maybe the only way we find out is if somebody hacks it. So,
All right. So if you want the truth, we're all gonna have to elect Ron Cosmic Neighbors to hack the website to get the truth for us. All right. They said it themselves.
I mean, maybe it's a good thing that it's there because they're not going to tell us. That's for sure.
Listen, that's the only thing I'm going to agree with Kovo on. They're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell us. They're not. So, is the website just another thing they're using taxpayers' money on to say, hey, look, you can just come here now? Is that going to be the game changer we're all been waiting for? I don't know. U.S. government, erotic is the only kidding face blue, smiling face blue, smiling face blue. Oh. You know what I hate about StreamYard? That when people use emojis, it doesn't tell you they're using emojis on StreamYard. I got to look over on the actual thing that he's using the blue alien. So beyond that, guys. So listen, seriously, overall, be careful with UFO videos. Doesn't matter if they get 1 million views, 100,000 views. It does not mean every UFO video that's out there is real. You got to remember, they're shooting hundreds and hundreds I don't know. I mean, Cosmic Neighbors could probably tell you that they probably sent up over thousands of satellites a year. Imagine all those satellites, space stations up there, especially if you're on the East Coast. The East Coast has a better shot for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not going to get into where the location, how the planet is lined up. But if you're on the East Coast, they can see space stations and satellites more where I'm at. I'm not saying that makes anybody. So even though the East Coast has more UFO sightings, technically, versus the West, but they can also see satellites or space stations more than us. Just saying. So be careful. And if you see anybody out there with videos pretending that they're talking to UFO ships and stuff, you gotta tell those people to cut that shit out, because they're gonna hurt somebody. But I'm doing it all. I'm a ufologist. Then you're a dumbass. Ufologist. Because you're gonna be putting somebody's life in your hand just with the $3 laser thing you buy. Do not point that at things you don't know in the sky, because you don't know what you're doing, people. Stop that. Oh, but look, that ship, that plane is flashing lights back at me when I'm doing this. I don't know. All right, guys. Tomorrow, there's no show. There's no show tomorrow. I have some things that I have to take care of and I got to do. But there's no show tomorrow. But a special show this Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. The Paranormal Highway show is going to collide with World Bigfoot Radio. First time ever that the Paranormal Highway is actually doing a live show with World Bigfoot Radio. I'm so excited for that. So even though there's not a show tomorrow, there's going to be a kick-ass show on Wednesday with World Bigfoot Radio. We're gonna mine his videos. We're gonna ask him questions. I'm gonna have the chat people ask him questions. That's gonna be a great show. Anybody knows World Bigfoot Radio? Maybe somebody could put his link in the chat for me right away, and then maybe after the show I'll put a link. Actually, I already got the link up for the show. I got the link up here. Let me get that link for you guys. That show is this Wednesday at 3 p.m. Give me a second. There it is. That show is 3 p.m. Pacific time. 3 p.m. Pacific time. That's when World Bigfoot Radio could come on. 9 a.m. doesn't work for him, so we picked Wednesday at 3 p.m. where he could come on. And World Bigfoot Radio, when the worlds of the Paranormal Highway and the Bigfoot Radio show collide. So that's going to be a fun show. And anybody, like I said, the link is right there to the show. But if somebody could put the link for World Bigfoot Radio for me in the chat, and I'll make sure that after the show I'll put in the description. That's going to be a fun show. We're going to break down some Bigfoots and finding out from him, like, what kind of footage should we be looking at in the first place? What should, you know what I mean? Like if I'm out there, in his opinion, what should I be looking for? What can I consider more real than not real? So beyond that, guys, I want to thank you, every single one of you, for being here. And again, I'm ending the show, but my ending has a little video clip for it, as I end every show. So I'm ending the show with some more information to you guys. So beyond that, I'll see you all next time
Suppose the difference between humans and chimps is as small as 0.5% DNA in the intelligence vector, whatever that vector is. Suppose it is that small. What do you say? Well, what do you mean? We have the Hubble telescope in poetry and philosophy, and they stick a twig in a hole to get termites out. Maybe the difference between those is small. You don't want to think that way, but imagine it. So now let's imagine an alien who is 5% along that same vector beyond us that we are beyond the chimp. What would we look like to them? No reason for me to think that we wouldn't look any different to them that chimps look to us. And that's 0.5%. So now imagine 5%, 10%. Their simplest expression of an idea would transcend our smartest capacity to comprehend.